Hi everyone, I'm Salkos, and after a personal experience and reading what others have experienced, I just wanted to share some things regarding StreamElements sponsorships from my perspective and what I've learned. I will note that I believe in having coherent thought and having anything thought out before you do something like this. So, you might notice that I might look like I'm reading from something, and I completely am. I typed out everything that I want to say before I start this, and just to make sure that everything's in order and I'm not jumping around. So if you're a small streamer and you're considering using their service, maybe this could help you from some headaches in the future. So I am a small community streamer with about 495 followers on Twitch and a community Discord of about 320 people. So not big at all compared to a lot of other people. But we like to host gaming servers, do giveaways and such. So when we received a sponsorship offer from StreamElements, it was great because all the things we like to do for our community members takes money. And so as a small streaming community, you don't earn a lot of money from subs, ads, or bits or anything like that. So StreamElements offered us a really great way to earn revenue to do these things that we like to do. In case you don't know how it works, StreamElements works as a third party for these companies, and we had sponsorship offers from things like Raid Shadow Legends, HelloFresh, Genshin Impact, and even like GlassesUSA.com. We even had offers that we didn't have the chance to take due to us running other campaigns at the time, because you only can have one going at a time. And you refer people to these ad partners and get money per goal that you reach. So in some cases, it'd be 5 people to this game for $75, or you get money per person you refer. It's a mix of, it really just depends on what service you're using. So at first it was great. We were earning a small but good amount of money on the side, but as we continued to do them, we would have people approach us saying, hey, I just did the promo. And then we would look at our metrics and see that we didn't get credit for it. Whenever we would reach out to StreamElements support, they would respond with things such as, there's no flaws in our system. I'm a software developer as my full-time job. Streaming is just a hobby. And I know that no system is truly without flaw. So, I took this with a grain of salt, but we continued on with it. I will note that at one point we were missing 4 referrals totaling about $500, and sent the screenshots of the order confirmations that were missing from our referrals that took part in the HelloFresh sponsorship that we had going on at the time. At first, StreamElements support told us that they would give us credit for those. And then after a couple weeks, we noticed that nothing had changed in our metrics, and we messaged them again. And then they backtracked saying that, oh, there was a mistake in communication. You're not actually going to get that. And so after going back and forth with them and not getting anywhere, being told that we couldn't appeal it or anything like that, we complained publicly on Twitter. And after we did that, they reached back out to us and said that they would give us credit. I did respond to that message saying that, since you guys are doing the right thing, I will delete the tweet as a token of good faith, and I did. I also want to note that their support in general takes forever to respond. At one point, we had a 7-day campaign and our discount code wasn't working, and it took them multiple days to get back to us. And by the time they got back to us, our time ran out. Also, when you reach out to their support, you can almost never escalate it to a higher up. We always had the same 1 to 2 people respond to us every time we reached out to support. And it was like talking to a brick wall, that there's no issue, no escalation, nothing. Like, you just got what you got as a response, and that was it. So after the HelloFresh incident, we had a couple more sponsorship offers from things like Factor 75. We had another HelloFresh sponsorship. And then suddenly they stopped. We went from getting like 1 to 2 to 3 sponsorship offers every month to none at all. And I just thought that was weird. And I was worried that, our actions earlier might have affected that. But I know that we did the right thing for standing up for ourselves. But the response we got was not, it's because of you guys complaining on Twitter. It was, your account has been suspended for suspicious activity. And we were told that there's no appeal for this. The decision is final, and they'll let us know if there's any change. When I asked what they meant by suspicious activity, I was told that some point during our campaigns that someone or multiple people made multiple accounts or new accounts just to get the discount code. So these were people who had the same IP or address that made this account and had the service delivered to them. And then after they receive, like, for HelloFresh, for example, after they received their first box, they canceled, which, we didn't encourage people to do that or tell people to do that. So whatever. So I tried to explain that, we did not tell people to do this. We did not tell people to make multiple accounts and then cancel right after. That was not what we informed people to do. But at the same time, if somebody wants to do that, like let's say they get their first HelloFresh box and they don't like it, they can cancel after their subscription. There's, I personally love the service and I encourage people to do it because I thought it was a really good deal and the food was great. I was even taking pictures of it, posting it in our food channel where, we all post our meals and things, but it just wasn't great that we were being held responsible for actions of people that we could not manage or had no way of managing them. Like we can't tell people, hey, don't cancel your service, or hey, don't make a new account. We just give them the information in our campaign briefings and then that's it. Like that's it. So when we told them this, that we got the same response back. There's no way to appeal. And then our support tickets would be closed. And we knew that they would get closed because a day later we would get a automatic response email saying, how satisfied are you with your support service? So it's all just very crappy, to be honest with you. Overall, before all of this, we had multiple discrepancies where people would tell us they took part in the promos and then we wouldn't get credit. The only time StreamElements ever did resolve it was that one time that we complained on Twitter because, from our point of view, $500 was a lot for the things that we want to get done. And so we stood up for ourselves. And that was the only time they ever gave us credit for things that we knew that were done, but was not counted for. So after getting nowhere with the suspension, I went to their Discord and went to the forum post that they have in their Discord. And after a few moments of scrolling, just like 5 to 10 minutes of scrolling, what I found out was I was not the only one that they did this to. There was post after post after post of people having payments withheld, credit not being received, and suspensions without explanation, much like we had experienced. There was even a post that showed a streamer's PayPal who had a reverse charge for over $3,000. He woke up one day, looked at his PayPal and saw that it was negative $3,000 plus, which that's really crappy to happen to you, especially in this economy as well. So I did not reach out to those streamers and ask them about their story. So I have no way of validating what they said. All I have is what they posted and what my personal experience is. These amounts of money being withheld from people are generally small amounts. That's $100 to $3,000. So it is possible that they are selling engagement to their customers while withholding payment from the streamers, knowing they will most likely never see any consequence from it. So, just be aware that if you're considering signing up for them with them, what other people's experiences are. And I encourage you to go and look at the reviews of the sponsorship offers. Now, I'm sure that somewhere in the comments of wherever I post this video or somewhere response, someone's going to be like, well, you shouldn't bite the hand that feeds you, or you shouldn't have posted that on Twitter. But, not just me, but a bunch of people who helped me run this Discord community put in a lot of work and effort to reach out to family members, friends on social media outside of our audience and encourage people to take part in these promos. And them not getting credit for that work is just not right in my mind. And we should not be taken advantage of. Like, you should not sit there and let someone withhold money from you that you worked really hard for. Like, nobody would go to their job, work multiple hours of the job, and their boss was like, I wasn't satisfied with your work, I'm going to withhold your paycheck. You can't do that. So I would rather work with a more honest company and take the middleman out of the picture completely and work directly with these other people that they are referring each other to, because I don't want to work with StreamElements anymore after reading all this and from my own personal experience. And quite frankly, I just don't want to see other streamers get taken advantage of, because this offer of revenue from someone who gets like 5 to 10 viewers every stream is really enticing, but people are putting in work and not getting credit for it. They're having money withheld, and I just feel like it's a quick way to make some cash on their end, and that being StreamElements in, and they don't really pay people out for the work that they put in. So just, this is all just things that I've read and I've experienced, and do with this information what you will.